भाई
You started say which one?
हाँ श्रीमद् श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत आरती लीला तृतीय परिच्छेद टेक्स्ट नंबर 52 onwards repeat it just 51 rather 51 कृष्ण वर्णं तथा कृष्णं सांगोपांगास्त्रपासदं जज्ञेन संकीर्तन प्रायजन्ति सुमेधसः everything to say कृष्ण वर्णं तथा कृष्णं सांगोपांगास्त्रपासदं जज्ञेन संकीर्तन प्रायजन्ति सुमेधसः कृष्ण वर्णं तथा कृष्णं सांगोपांगास्त्रपासदं जज्ञेन संकीर्तन प्रायजन्ति सुमेधसः Krishna Varnam means the person who is telling Krishna, 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 Krishna is Krishna Varnam. That person whose color is of Krishna, that person is always telling Krishna, 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 Krishna. That person. Or that person whose color is of Krishna, he is seeing everywhere Krishna. Krishna Varnam. Everywhere he is seeing Krishna. So the two meanings of Krishna Varnam. Krishna Varnam means and
first what you told, repeating the syllables Krishna Krishna.
Krishna 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 is either that person is always chanting Krishna's holy name or that person seeing everywhere Krishna's presence. Everywhere he is seeing Krishna's presence, both. So that person is what? Though he is coming in the Krishna Varnam in the Krishna category, but his color is of Krishna, not Krishna. Not Krishna color, of Krishna. Of Krishna means Shukla. Okay? Yes, Shukla, Rakta, Pita Varna, eat in the Satya Treta Kali color. Kali color from Pita Varna. Pita Varna means molten gold. Pita Vasa means yellow or molten gold. So Krishna Varnam Tesa Krishnam Sangopanga Parsadam Jagin Sankirtanam Prayajanti. So that person is of Krishna. That person is coming with the Sangha, Upanga, Astra, Parsadam. He is coming with all his associates, weapons, etc. And what is telling Jaggi, Sankirtana, Praya. And he is doing himself Jaggi, Krishna, taking holy name, Jaggi. And Sankirtana Jaggi, he is propagating Sankirtana Jaggi. And the Sumedas are the intelligent person who follow him, they also get benefit. Jaggi Sankirtana Praya, Jajanti Sumedasa. कृष्ण ए दुईटी वर्ण को श्री गौरांग महाप्रभु सर्वदा मुखरे आवृत्ति करथांती तांकर शरीर गौरवर्ण अटे तांकर अंग नित्यानंद प्रभु उपांग गदाधर आदि भक्तवृंद पार्षद शिवास आदि भक्तवृंद अस्त्र हरिनाम संकीर्तन एपरि भावरे परिवेष्टित महाप्रभु को कली काल रे संकीर्तन यज्ञ द्वारा मेधावी व्यक्तिगण ही उपासना करिथांती कली युग में मेधावी व्यक्ति द्वारा चैतन्य महाप्रभु को उपासना करता है चैतन्य महाप्रभु who is Krishna Varnam जैसा आप Krishna he is coming with Pita Varna कलियुग सुनो भाई सब चैतन्य महिमा श्लोके कहे तारो महिमा सीमा oh my dear brother please listen this Chaitanya Mahima glories of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is shloke kahidar Mahima Rasima in this shloka Krishna Varnam Tasa Krishnam is shloka mein Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ka Mahima ka सीमा बताते हैं what is the limit of his glories now what is the Mahima na Krishna e dui varna sadajara mukhe अथवा कृष्ण के तिहो वर्ण निज सुखे कृष्ण ए दुई वर्ण सदाचार मुखे the person who is always chanting Krishna 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 or Krishna के तिह वर्ण निज सुखे he is glorifying Krishna for his own satisfaction कृष्ण वर्ण शब्दर अर्थ द्वैत प्रमाण कृष्ण बिनु तार मुखे नहीं आई से आना कृष्ण वर्ण शब्दर अर्थ द्वैत प्रकार there are two meanings of this Krishna वर्ण Krishna बिनु तार मुखे नहीं आई से आना there is nothing comes from his mouth else than Krishna 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 यह तारे बोले यदि कृष्ण वरण If somebody is saying that he is of color Krishna, Arabhisheshone tare kore nivarana. But the next word is saying, no, he is not of Krishna color, he is not of black color. Krishna. देह कांति हयते हम अकृष्ण वरण देह and कांति his color is all Krishna is not Krishna color अकृष्ण वरण कहे पीतवरण is पीतवास means color of yellow color and he is wearing pita golden color dress. Who wears? Krishna. So pita means yellow. So akrishna varana means pitavarana. Akrishna varana means pitavarana. Pitavarana means yellow color. Yellow color means molten gold. So Krishna, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Ajanu Lambita Bhuja, molten gold color. Ki sundar color. Radharani ka beauty, that is color of Radharani. Speciality, एकदम speciality. Our color is different, his color is different. Total will be identified from very far. His Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is coming. Only by seeing, if you see this much gold, you get so much attracted. This much gold, that material gold. And that gold is walking, dancing, chanting, everything is doing that gold. How much it will be affected? You see, our Gom is so nice. And if you have made of gold, you will doing all activities. Walking, chanting, dancing, cleaning, preaching. Everything is that gold form is doing. How it will be so magnanimous actually, so nice. So they kanti hoya, they are all Krishna Varana, or Krishna Varana kahi Pita Varana. Follow?
51. In the age of Kali, intelligent persons perform congregational chanting to worship the incarnation of Godhead who constantly sings the name of Krishna. Although his complexion is not blackish, he is Krishna himself. He is accompanied by his associates, servants, weapons, and confidential companions. 53. My dear brothers, please hear all these glories of Lord Chaitanya. This verse clearly summarizes his activities and characteristics. 53. The two syllables Krishna are always in his mouth, or he constantly describes Krishna with great pleasure. 54. These are two meanings of the word Krishna Varna. Indeed, nothing else but Krishna issues from his mouth. 55. If someone tries to describe him as being of blackish complexion, the next adjective, Tvesha or Krishnam, immediately restricts him. 56. His complexion is certainly not blackish. Indeed, his not being blackish indicates that his complexion is yellow.
So this Krishna Varnam, either is that person is telling always Krishna, 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 or he sees every Krishna's presence. One sloka will be coming, I am not getting now, one sloka will be coming. Stapara Jangama no dekhe, Stapara Jangama, wherever he sees, Tara Ishtadeva Smriti. And he always sees, he remembers always his Ishtadeva.
You told this shloka for Pasar
Huh?
You told this shloka for Padasar Road.
I told this so.
When you went to Buddha Stup monastery, that time you told. For him, you told that.
Wherever he sees everywhere Nija Ishtadeva Stuti. He always sees everywhere that my Ishtadeva Krishna is everywhere present. Without Krishna, nothing is there. Prabhupada yesterday's lecture you are saying. We are praying to the stone. What is the stone?
That is also Krishna.
That is also Krishna. Because if Krishna is not there, there is no existence of stone. So because Krishna is there, the existence of stone is there. Understanding? Because he is there, because spiritual, because see, matter comes from spirit. Spirit does not come from matter. असली से नकली बनता है. नकली से असली नहीं बनता है. Asli note, if there is original note, from original note duplicate comes. From duplicate original does not come. There is a spiritual sky, a spiritual personality. From spiritual personality, material things generate. Father becomes the father of the child. Child cannot become the father of the father. Understand? So these are simple, just simple logics. They do not want to apply. They think everything matter does, Prakriti does of its own. Where the Prakriti gets the energy to do that? There must be some feel. There is a wristwatch. A wristwatch. Or Mridangam, for example. It is not, Mridangam must have been created by somebody. It is not like that. There is Mridanga, you go to sea beach, and after that so much of waves are splashing on the seashore, Mridanga has found. Not like that. Somebody has created this. So rather every creation, there must be somebody who was created that person, and that person must be away from the creation. Krishna's by inconceivable potency, he creates these material universes. He comes into these material universes. See, for example, you create something, you cannot go inside that creation. But Krishna's potency is that he goes into that creation, created thing, and going inside, he maintains, arranges, manages. And when he does not like it, when time permits, he comes out of it and he finishes everything, finished. Like a small child in his Krida activities. He brings all the toys, and again this process. So Krishna does his activities. Why he does all these activities? For the yesterday's this 10.33.36 Pastor was just saying. To give mercy to the devotees. To give mercy to his devotees, he does all these activities. Manu Sintaram. He is getting a body like human being, he does human activities. Anyway, we'll continue. Kalojam Vidvansahas Sputamabhi Jagante Dyutivara Dakrustangam Krishnan Makhavidhi Virut Kirtanamakmayi Upasancha Prahujya Makhila Chaturthashrama Jasan Sadeva Chaitanya Charitamrita na Rupayatu. Sriman Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Srimati Radharaniଙ୍କର ଭାବରେ ବିହଳିତ ହେବା ଯୋଗୁଁ ତାଙ୍କର ବର୍ଣ୍ଣଟି ଅକୃଷ୍ଣ ଅର୍ଥାତ୍ ଗୌରବର୍ଣ୍ଣ ହୋଇଅଛି। ସେହି ଗୌର ରୂପ ପ୍ରାପ୍ତି ଶ୍ରୀକୃଷ୍ଣଙ୍କୁ ସଂକୀର୍ତ୍ତନ ଯଜ୍ଞ ଦ୍ୱାରା କଳିକାଳରେ ପଣ୍ଡିତମାନେ ଆରାଧନା କରନ୍ତି। ଯେଉଁମାନେ ପରମହଂସ ଆଶ୍ରମରେ ପହଞ୍ଚିଛନ୍ତି ସେ କେବଳ ସେମାନଙ୍କର ଆରାଧ୍ୟ ଅଟନ୍ତି। ସେହି ପରମ ପୁରୁଷ ଶ୍ରୀ ଚୈତନ୍ୟ ମହାପ୍ରଭୁ ଶୀଘ୍ର ଆମ୍ଭମାନଙ୍କ ପ୍ରତି କୃପା ବର୍ଷଣ କରନ୍ତୁ। ସ୍ତବମାଳା ଦ୍ୱିତୀୟ ଚୈତନ୍ୟ ଅଷ୍ଟକ 1।
By performing the sacrifice of congregational chanting of the holy name, learned scholars in the age of Kali worship Lord Krishna, who is now non-blackish because of the great upsurge of the fittings of Srimati Radharani. Feelings of Srimati Radharani. He is the only worshipable deity for the Paramhamsas. Who have attained the high stage of the fourth order sannyasa. May that Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Chaitanya, show us His great causeless mercy. Actually, what is causeless mercy?
प्रत्यक्ष ताहार तत्व कांचनर द्युति। प्रत्यक्ष ताहार तत्व कांचनर द्युति। प्रत्यक्ष means vivid.
Tapta Kanchan, gold which is molten.
प्रत्यक्ष ताहार तत्व कांचनर द्युति। प्रत्यक्ष means directly अगर देखेंगे चैतन्य महाप्रभु को तो इस कलर इस तत्व कांचन गौरांगी। तत्व कांचन गौरांगी राधे देव वृंदावनेश्वरी चैतन्य। प्रत्यक्ष means directly you see this प्रत्यक्ष प्रमाण है ना। प्रत्यक्ष ताहार तत्व कांचनर द्युति जहाँ छटाया न से अज्ञान तमस्तति। जार छटाया by the cluster of the color नासी अज्ञान तमस्थिति अज्ञान नष्ट करते जीवेर कर्म सब तमो नासिबा नाश करिबारे जीवेर कर्म सब what is their कर्म सब ना तमो darkness नाश करिबारे तमो नाश करिबारे means he will give light what is the light by who ना अंग उपांग नाम नाना स्त्रधरे विभिन्न प्रकार वेपन ही having अंग उपांग नाम भगवान का नाम नाना अस्त्र भक्तिर विरोधी कर्म धर्म धर्म भक्तिर विरोधी कर्म ये भल काम ये खराब काम गुड पायस एक्टिविटी बैड सिंफुल एक्टिविटी आइदर हम अच्छा करेंगे या इस संसार में जो है दे विल डूइंग सम वर्क एवरी वर्क इज आइदर गुड वर्क और बैड वर्क देयर इज नो थर्ड वर्क बट थर्ड वर्क इज दैट कृष्ण भक्ति every activity we do, if anybody does in this material world, either it is pious work or impious work or sinful act. But if that work is done for Krishna, that is only bhakti. Karmani nirdahanti, karmani nirdahanti, किंतु च भक्ति भाजम. But भक्ति भाजम में भक्ति करते हैं भगवान के लिए, that act हम आरती करते हैं. कुकिंग करते हैं प्रसाद में लगाते हैं भगवान जी को गार्लैंड बनाते हैं फाल जो भी भगवान जी के लिए करते हैं दैट इज द एक्टिविटी दैट एक्टिविटी इज प्योरली भक्ति बियॉन्ड दिस पायस एंड इम्पायस बट रेस्ट अदर देन दैट एक्टिविटी इज आइदर गुड और बैड फॉर गुड वन हैज टू एंजॉय फॉर बैड वन हैज टू सफर वैसे ब्रह्म संहिता वी डिड कर्माणि निर्दहति किंतु च भक्ति भाजम गोविंदम आदि पुरुषम तमहं भजामि all the karmas are binding but krishna karma is not binding that is bhakti bhajam bhakti ro virodhi karma bhakti ro virodhi means whatever the activities we are doing they are either good karma or bad karma that is bhakti virodhi bhakti ro virodhi karma dharma ba adharma tahar karma sanama sei mahatama जो भी एक्टिविटीज करते हैं वो एक्टिविटीज को क्या बोलते हैं कर्मस all कर्मस means all sinful activity then you can ask that why pious activity also is sinful activity yes pious activity also sinful activity how because as jara the womb when the baby is coming in the womb that is covered by jara and the fire is covered by smoke. The same way, when there is good karma, there is also activities also involved in that. That activity which is not satisfying to Vishnu, that is called somehow capable of that activity. That is maybe pious, maybe looking externally pious, but that is binding. Why binding? Because he has to take a birth to enjoy the result of that activity. So taking a birth means condition taking a birth to enjoy means condition means sattva raja tama understanding teno kalmasa tara kalmasa nama sei mahatama study 58 onwards 58 59 54
one can vividly
you say that 58 then you read like that
actually I have 59
ठीक है
One can vividly see his glowing complexion of molten gold, which dispels the darkness of ignorance. 59, now 60. The sinful life of the living being results from ignorance. To destroy that ignorance, he has brought various weapons, such as his plenary associates, his devotees, and the holy name.
Okay. उसके बाद
भक्ति विरोधी कर्म धर्म व अधर्म you read ना?
Just now I started, no?
The greatest ignorance consists of activities, whether religious or irreligious, that are opposed to devotional service. They are to be known as sins. Kalmasha.
Understanding? बाहुतुली हरि बलि प्रेम दृष्टि चाय करिया कल्मष नाश प्रेमेते भाषाय बाहुतुली हरि बलि he raised both hands बाहुतुली हरि बलि हरि 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 बलि प्रेम दृष्टि चाय Radharani is very merciful. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very merciful. Prema is love with affection. He looks at everybody.
Premanande Bahudule Nacho.
Prema Drushti Chaya Kariya Kalmasanasa Premete Bhasaya. Kariya Kalmasanasa, all the kalmas, that good karma or bad karma. Every activity is in good action. Sarva Dhamanta Srijman Ekam Sarnam Bhaja Am Tvam Sarva Papebhyo Mukhi Sami. तो मुख्य से मास कर्म सन्नास हरिया कर्म सन्नास प्रेमित भाषा है स्मित स्तवमाला द्वितीय चैतन्य अष्टक 8 श्लोक स्मितालोक शोकं हरति स्मितालोक आलो it looks smiling face स्मितालोक शोकं हरति जगतां यस्य परितो गिरांदु प्रारंभो कुशलपटलिं पल्लवयति पदालंब कंबा प्रणयति नये प्रेम निवहन् सदैव चैतन्य कृतिरतीर्थना न कृपयतु जागर स्मित हास्य दृष्टि जगतर दुख संपूर्ण भाव दूरीभूत करे जागर मुख निश्चित वाक्य समूह भक्तिलता को प्लवलित पल्लवित करे जागर पाद पद्म में आश्रित व्यक्ति शीघ्र भगवत प्रेम लाभ करे से परम पुरुष श्री चैतन्य देव आम्भमान प्रति प्रचुर कृपा वर्षण करंतु पढ़िए
62 Raising his arms, chanting the holy name, and looking upon all with deep love, he drives away all sins and floods everyone with love of Godhead. May the Supreme Personality of Godhead, in the form of Lord Sri Chaitanya, bestow his causeless mercy upon us. His smiling glance at once drives away all the bereavements of the world, and his very words enliven the auspicious creepers of devotion by expanding their leaves. Taking shelter of his lotus feet, invokes transcendental love of God at once.
Shri Anga Shri Mukhaji Kare Darasana Tar Papa Khya Hoya Pai Premadhana भगवान का श्री अंग श्री मुख एक बार जो दर्शन कर लेता है तार पाप क्षय पाया प्रेम धन
Golok Vrindavan ka Sri Chaitanya, this Chaitanya is non-different.
Non-different.
So when we see him, that means that time also Papa is going away. And whoever is watching
and
in phone also, whoever is watching his picture.
पाप क्षय होता है, it is supplementary. But the main is the प्रेम धन.
हाँ, जो फोन में देखते हैं उनके लिए भी तो सेम ना, जो देखते हैं फोन में फोटो देखते हैं.
Not different, because phone came from where? The stone comes from Krishna. There is no existence of the phone without Krishna. Everything is part and parcel of Krishna.
His face देखने का तो कैसे देख सकते हैं?
This object is of no value until how this object comes. This comes from the person source behind this. If that source is not there, this object is not there. Understand? That source is Krishna. अन्य अवतारे सब सैन्य शस्त्र संगे चैतन्य कृष्णेर सैन्य अंग उपांगे अन्य अवतार है सब सैन्य शस्त्र संगे जो राम अवतार नरसिंह अवतार जो भी अवतार आए मैंने अवतार कृष्ण अवतार तो अन्य अवतार है सब सैन्य शस्त्र संगे he was having army he was having weapons to attack with not devotees. But Chaitanya Krishna Rasanya Anga Upange. But Chaitanya Krishna Rasanya Anga Upange. Anga means his associates, Upanga means his expansions. स्तवमाଳରେ प्रथम चैतन्य अष्टक 1 में सद्योपास्य श्रीमान द्रुतमनुज कायी प्रणयिता बहर्भिः वाणी गिरिशा परमेश्वरी प्रभृति स्वभक्तिभ्यः शुद्धां निज भजन मुद्रामुपदिशम् स चैतन्य किं मे पुनरपि दुसर्जासति पदम्। शिव ब्रह्मा प्रभृति देवता माने पार्षद रूपे मानव देह धारण करी प्रीतिपूर्वक सर्वदा जागर उपासना करती एवं जी निजर भक्त मानक विशुद्ध भजन प्रणाली उपदेश प्रदान करथिले से श्री चैतन्य देव पुनर्बार मोर नयन गोचर हेबे कि
64. Anyone who looks upon his beautiful body or beautiful face becomes freed from all sins and obtains the wealth of love of Godhead. In other incarnations, the Lord descended with armies and weapons, but in this incarnation, his shoulders are his plenary parts and associates. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is always the most worshipable deity of the demigods, including Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma, who came in the garb of ordinary men, hearing love from him.
Not garb of ordinary man.
Garb.
GRB.
Garb. He instructs his own pure devotional service to his own devotees. Will he again be the object of my vision?
तो यहाँ पे शिव ब्रह्मा देवता श्लोक है कि वा शिव सुकनारद शिव ब्रह्मा everybody glorified to Gauranga.
Who is Shuka?
Sukadev.
Sukadev Goswami.
Sukadev Goswami. Narada Muni. Sukadev Goswami in Srimad Bhagavatam 11th canto, he says in Kali Yuga Mahumdinka, he says, so Sukadev Goswami is telling in Bhagavatam. So in Bhagavatam says glorified. In Visambhayana, he says, Krishna, Suvarnavarna Hemango. Vishnu Sahasranam में वैशंभायन is saying सुवर्णवर्ण हेमांगो परांगश्चंदनांगदी संन्यासकृशम शांतो निष्ठा शांति परायण. All the sages they know Gauranga Mahaprabhu. All the sages they know Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Gauranga Mahaprabhu, very merciful, more merciful than Krishna. They know everybody. Sadhus they know Krishna. Or sadhus, they don't know Krishna. Even if they know, they want to compete with Krishna. Two types of people. One is Vaishnavas, one is Brahmanas. अंगोपांग शस्त्र करे स्वकार्य साधन अंग शब्देर अर्थ रसन दिया मना. अंग उपांग अस्त्र करे स्वकार्य साधन. भगवान अपना कार्य कैसे साधन करते हैं? बाय अंग. अस्त्र means परिणाम अस्त्र. अंग and upang means associate.
Please associates.
अंग शब्द अर्थ आरसन ज्ञान. अंग शब्द अर्थ क्या है? हमारे बॉडी को एक पार्ट को भी अंग बोलते हैं. हमारा अंग कितना हमारे लिए डियर है. How dear our अंग, our part of our body, how dear to us. The same way, all the anga are very dear to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Many places in Srimad Bhagavatam, Parikshit Maharaj is called Anga. Sukadev Goswami, out of ecstasy, he is telling Krishna Katha, he is saying, he is addressing to Parikshit Maharaj, you are my own body part, Anga. अंग शब्देर अंश कहे शास्त्र प्रमाण अंगेर अवयव उपांग व्याख्यान. अवयव मीन्स पढ़िए ना. अवयव मीन्स पढ़िए मीनिंग क्या लिखे. अंगेर अवयव उपांग व्याख्यान. वर्ड फॉर वर्ड मीनिंग में अवयव.
Avayavo, the constituent part.
The constituent part of anga is upanga, or part of the part is known as upanga. The Srimad Bhagavatam 10.14.14.
Let me read first.
We studied, but again it will come. Narayana Stam Nahi Sarvadehina Atma Risa Kilaloka Saki Narayana Angam Narabhujalayana Tachapi Satyam Mataveva Maya. In Narayana, he is your Anga. Anga means he is your part. They are not different. What do you mean? I think 65 honors.
66. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is always the most worshipable deity of the demigods. Oh, I read this already. Okay. Including Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma, who came in the garb of the ordinary men, hearing love from him. He instructs his own pure devotional service to his own devotees. Will he again be the object of my vision? 67. His plenary parts and associates perform the work of weapons as their own specific duties. Please hear from me another meaning of the word Anga. 68. According to the evidence of the revealed scriptures, a bodily limb is also called a part, amsha, anga, and a part of a limb is called a partial part, upanga. 69. O Lord of the Lords, you are the seer of all creation. You are indeed everyone's dearest life. Are you not therefore my father Narayana? Narayana refers to one whose abode is in the water born from Nara, Garbhodakashaya Vishnu, and that Narayana is your plenary portion. All your plenary portions are transcendental. They are absolute and are not creations of Maya.
Jalasai Antarjami Jai Narayana. Jalasai means Garbhodakashaya, Karanadakashaya, Garbhodakashaya, Payadakashaya, ये जलसाई अंतर्जामी परमात्मा सबका हृदय में जो रहते हैं. जलसाई अंतर्जामी जय नारायण सेव तुम्हारा अंश तुम्ही मूल नारायण. इसलिए नारायण अंग
मूल नारायण.
अंग शब्दे अंश कहे सेव सत्य भय माया कार्य नहीं सब चिदानंदमय. अंग शब्दे अंश कहे सेव सत्य भय. अंग मीन्स अंश. माया कार्य नहीं सब चिदानंदमय. Though Lord is coming as Karanadakashaya Vishnu, Garbhodakashaya Vishnu, Kshidakashaya Vishnu, Antarjami, though he is in this inside Maya Sansar, inside this Maya material world, but Maya Karya no is Chidanandamaya. They are not connected with Maya. They are all eternal. Not connected, they are all spiritual. Maya Karya no is Chidanandamaya. Advaita Nityananda Chaitanya Duyanga. In this way, Advaita Acharya and Nityananda Rai Chaitanya Duyanga Angopanga Tikhnastra Prabhu Sahit. Advaita Nityananda Chaitanya Duyanga Angera Avayavagana Kahiye Upanga. Associates of Anga is known as Upanga. Avayava. Avayava means parts. What is
70. The manifestation of Narayana who predominates in everyone's heart, as well as Narayana who lives in the water, Karana, Garbha and Khira, is your plenary portion. You are therefore the original Narayana. 71. The word Anga indeed refers to plenary portions. Such manifestations should never be considered products of material nature, for they are all transcendental, full of knowledge and full of bliss. 72.
Advaita Nityananda Chaitanya Duyanga Angera Avayavagana Kahiye Upanga.
These two captions with their shoulders, such as the Srivasa Thakura, travels everywhere, chanting the holy name of the Lord.
अद्वैत नित्यानंद बोले ना
Hey, sorry. It means therefore. Sri Advaita Prabhu and Sri Nityananda Prabhu are both plenary portions of Lord Chaitanya. Thus, they are the limbs, angas of his body. The parts of these two limbs are called the upangas.
अंगोपांग तीक्ष्ण अस्त्र प्रभुर सहिते सेई सब अस्त्र पाषाण जलिते
Thus, the Lord is equipped with sharp weapons in the form of his parts and plenary portions. All these weapons are competent enough to crush the faithless atheists.
नित्यानंद गोसाई साक्षात हलधर मीन्स
Baldev Tau.
बलदेव तो नित्यानंद इज बलराम अद्वैत आचार्य गोसाई साक्षात ईश्वर अद्वैत गोसाई साक्षात ईश्वर
Personality of God.
आनंद गोसाई विष्णु साक्षात ईश्वर
Sri Nityananda Goswami and Sri Nityananda Gosai is directly Haladhara, Lord Balram, and Advaita Acharya is the personality of Godhead himself.
शिवासादि पारिषद सैन्य संगे लया दुई सेनापति बुलेन कीर्तन करिया शिवास आदि पारिषद
Bule.
सैन्य संग लया
Bule. Dui Senapati Bule Kirtana Korea. These two captions with their shoulders, such as Srivasa Thakura, travels everywhere chanting the holy name of the Lord.
आसन्न दलन बाना नित्यानंद राय आचार्य हुंकारे पाप पास निकलाय आसन्न दलन बाना नित्यानंद राय का बाना क्या है ना पासुनी दलन और आचार्य मीन्स कौन आचार्य अद्वैत आचार्य हाँ अद्वैत आचार्य पारिषद सैन्य संगे लय नहीं अद्वैत आचार्य गोसाई साक्षात ईश्वर हाँ आचार्य हुंकारे पाप पासुनी पड़ा
अद्वैत आचार्य के हुंकार में the atheist लोग भाग जाते हैं. Lord Nityananda's very features indicates that he is the subduer of the unbelievers. Subduer of the unbelievers. All saints and unbelievers flee from the loud shouts of Advaita Acharya.
संकीर्तन प्रवर्तक श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य संकीर्तन जगीतारे भजे से धन्य.
तो जितना चैंटिंग करेंगे उतना वो खुश होंगे.
हाँ वही तो संकीर्तन प्रवर्तक श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य संकीर्तन जगीतारे भजे से धन्य.
संकीर्तन में तो साथ में कांग्रेगेशनल चैंटिंग ना.
हाँ कांग्रेगेशनल. See there are three types of chanting. The three types of chanting. Loud chanting. Everybody.
Individuals.
When it's together, Sankirtan, Samyak Rupa Kirtan, Sankirtan. That is the best. Then another is chanting in individual. Individual Kirtan. And individual Kirtan. Then next is coming Japa. Japa means direct. That Japa again is another three types. In the mind, you are doing Japa. And inside, without opening the mouth, there is doing japa, and another a bit loud japa.
Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya is the initiator of Sankirtana, congregational chanting of the holy name of the Lord. One who worships him through Sankirtana is fortunate indeed.
संकीर्तन जोगी तारे भजे सही धन्य. सही तो सुमेधा आर कुबुद्धि संसार. हाँ विष्णु भक्त और विष्णु अभक्त. जी भजन करे से सुबुद्धि, जो न भजन करे कुबुद्धि. That's it. सही तो सुमेधा आर कुबुद्धि संसार सर्वयज्ञ हइते कृष्ण नाम यज्ञ सार. पढ़िए.
Such a person is truly intelligent, whereas others, who have but a poor fund of knowledge, must endure the cycle of repeated birth and death. Of
हाँ.
all sacrificial performances, the chanting of the Lord's holy name is the most sublime.
हाँ. Just you stop here. Remaining till 133, we will make another one. Just stop because they are going to, you know, will kirtan.